Some really tough going now, absolutely blowing. Right guys, we're all pitched up at last. Fantastic view of Codale Tarn. Really, really quiet, tranquil. It's been splendid. It's the best way I can put it. You just find yourself in your own little world. Hi guys, welcome back to Border Raiders, the place for your fix of all things outdoors and wild camping. It's absolutely cracking the flags. It's currently about 25 degrees and I am feeling every degree of that. The plan today, in case some of you recognise it, is to head up to Codale Tarn. First we're going to be stopping at Easedale Tarn, chill out there for a bit, get some lunch, and then we're going to head up to Codale Tarn. I'm hoping Easedale Tarn soaks up a lot of the crowd and any wild campers, and then I can head up to Codale Tarn and hopefully it's a bit more quiet and a bit more secluded. Yeah, that is the plan. Just get up there, get in the shade, kick back and hopefully enjoy a long evening. Got some nice food to get on. We've got a little tinny to crack open. So yeah, let's get on. It's nice to know there's someone else, it's not just me feeling this. It is a scorcher. We're about 5 minutes away from Easedale Tarn and we're just shadowing Sour Milk Gill. Not the most elegant name, is it? But yeah, I don't know, it's original, we'll give it that. Don't know if you can see behind. Down into Cockley Moss, just a really lovely flat area where it opens out. A couple of different trails going off in different directions. Absolutely lovely. Just a couple of people enjoying themselves down there, down by the riverside, just having a little bite to eat and a cool off. But yeah, it's lovely, really, really nice and just chilled out. A lot of footfall is expected, but yeah, obviously it's a very popular spot and for good reason. It's gorgeous. So let's just crack on and get to this tarn, eh? And there she is, absolute beauty. Right, so as you can see, we finally made it to Easedale Tarn. Absolutely cracking spot. Really is lovely. It's a lot bigger than I expected as well. Just slightly come up off to the side, found some elevation just to look over the tarn. Get away from everyone. I'm just going to stop now, grab a bite of lunch, cool down, get some liquids back on board, and yeah, just take it in. We're on a spiced cauliflower and onion bhaji pasty from the Cornish bakery. Right, so we just finished having a little bite to eat, cooled down a little bit, chilled out. So now we're just going to be making our way, following this path, following the Gill up. Probably take about an hour, I should imagine. Poor lad must have had that off a job as a barber there. He's had a shocker, hasn't he? Some really tough going now. Absolutely blowing. So after I stopped for lunch, found it really difficult to get going again. That pasty just put me asleep. But luckily, the hiking gods have blessed us. Just as I've hit this incline, Hopefully it's the final one. All the shades come out, as you can see. And it hasn't off, it's just really dropped the temp. So I'm scrambling to get up this. I know it's pouring out to me, but I am trying to get up before the sun comes back out. Just see the tarn in the background there. But absolutely blessed by the camping gods there. Path goes a bit scrambly now, so I'll put you away so I can focus. And there we go. A little bit of a tricky section that got really scrambly. The wind's picked up, lovely breeze in the air. Hopefully that persists for a little bit longer just to cool myself off. But we're not far now, look. Pretty sure it's just going to be over this little saddle. Woo-hoo-hoo. Right guys, we're all pitched up at last. Fantastic view of Codale Tarn. Really, really quiet, tranquil. There's just one, just a little party at the top of the hill. I think there's about 2 of them in it. Chaps just come over and said hello. Said it's really peaceful. He spent the night here last night. Yeah, and he just said it was really chilled out. He enjoyed it that much, he decided to stay for an extra day. I'm not going to have the luxury of doing that, but I'm sure I'll enjoy tonight. So the setup, it's all up, popped up. So let me run you through what it is we're in tonight. We've got the Scarp one. Swapped the solid inner out for the mesh. The summer mesh. This is weighing in at about 1.3 kilogram. That's fine for me. I really like the size. You know what I'm like when it comes to the size of the tents. I've ended up moving the Lanchan one on because it was just too small for myself. So I'm really happy with the mesh. On the bottom, we've got one of these light AF mats from, I think it was Outdoor Gear Essentials. Just a really thin foam mat. That stops the bed from slipping. Obviously, it just protects it as well from any punctures. We're on the thermarest all season. Overkill for this time of the year, but it's a large, and I do like a large bed, so that does me all year round. And when it comes to the bag, we're on the Aegis Max. And then we're on the Sea to Summit pillow, extra large. And then if you can just see up to the ceiling, we've just got a little gear loft. This is homemade. Placed a little plastic slot at the front, so hopefully when I'm in bed, I can just slide my phone into that and kick back and watch some films. So yeah, looking forward to see how that gets on tonight. So the plan now is just to go and get this lager and this can of Coke in the water and chill it off. I'm absolutely gagging for that, and I'm absolutely gagging for the Coke more than the lager, which I'm surprised about, but my body's absolutely crying out for it. So yeah, I'm going to go and pop these in, get some water. I think it's going to be a case of taking a look at that tarn. Oh, I needed that. I really did need that. Whew. Right, I think it's time to get in. Oh. Oh. I feel a million times better. That was hard graft today. Oh. Ah, yes. Private pool. Could be anywhere. Do I feel better after that dip or what? Absolute morale booster. Just spent a good 5-10 minutes just cooling off, having a good scrub. Feel so much better for it. That was a hard climb today in this weather, in this heat. You just build up that grease, don't you? And you with the sun cream. Sometimes you've got a bit of the midgie spray on as well. Just get a really horrible grease over you. But after that, I feel like a new man. Just got some lovely fresh clothing on. been just chilling out, having some liquids, and the sun's come out and it's just creating some lovely shadows, casting some great shadows on this face. Not much of a plan, to be honest. It's still early doors. It's still about 6 o'clock now, so I've got plenty of time to just chill out and enjoy the evening. Potentially might have a little walk around the circumference of the Tarn, maybe see if I can pick out any future spots. But yeah, let's get this kit back to the tent, and then we'll do a little lap of the lake. As you can see, I'm at the far side now. I don't know if you can see in the distance, my tent pitched up just over there. But just from this little 5-minute walk, there's bags of pictures at this tarn. There must be at least 10, 15 pictures that I've come across that you could easily get a couple of tents on. There's plenty of pictures. Thirsty work, boys. Thirsty work. Right, so it's that time, tea time. So tonight we're going to be having a grilled halloumi baguette. Right guys, so it's just gone 7 o'clock, finished tea, and I've just been sat at this spot now for probably about half an hour. The sun is starting to drop, and with it thankfully the heat. So on that note, I'm going to crack the only tinny I've brought along with me, sit back and just enjoy this lovely scenery, this lovely setting. So what are my thoughts and how I found my first ever solo camp? It's been unbelievable. It really has. Cracking day. Started off nice and early, which has helped to give me a lot of time just to take it at a leisurely pace, especially again in this heat. But it's just been such a different change in terms of pace and tempo, I'd say. And even just being alone, obviously you get a lot more time with your own noggin and your own thoughts. And you know, there's some of the stuff that you go over in your head, sort of, you're just trying to make conversation with yourself, not even consciously. You know, you're not sitting here thinking, oh, I need to fill a day with this and that, but you just find yourself in your own little world. What I would say though, funnily enough, is that it hasn't actually felt particularly different. Maybe I thought without someone that it'd be such a massive difference and I'd almost be stood round thinking, oh, what am I meant to do? But I haven't experienced that at all. Even in those moments where I've just been sat here like now really for the past half an hour, there's not any feeling of what should I be doing or anything like that. It's just natural and chilled out and you just take it in. And yeah, that's all there is to it. But it's been splendid. It's the best way I can put it. So yeah, cheers. back in the tent now, as you can see. Just really went round the tent and tightened everything up. There is a weather warning in place all of a sudden. I've had a couple of messages from people back home concerned because the weather's been absolutely terrible. Really heavy winds, thunderstorms, lightning. The sky is a bit dark, facing south. I think it is making its way up north. But so far, everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. When I walk over towards where you can see down into the actual valley, where Easedale is, there's a really strong wind on that side, but that's been there all day, and you literally just come round the corner and it stops where I am. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on the lee side of the hill in this instance. I'm on the north side. If it's coming up from the south, whether that'll make a difference or not. So anyway, I'm just gonna throw I think it's gonna be Harry Potter tonight. Harry Potter's on Netflix, isn't it? As I'm sure every single person in the UK knows. So yeah, I'm just gonna crack on with that. Right, see you soon. Right, good morning guys. I've just woke up. As you can hear, there's just been a little bit of rain. I think it's past now. Talking about the weather, that thunderstorm that was slated to come past last night, luckily never materialised. So that was a welcome break. The rain has just gone off, so it makes getting up and getting on the move a little bit easier, doesn't it? It's always a bit grim when you're packing up in the rain. Just gonna get a coffee on now. And then, yeah, it will just be a case of breaking camp and getting out of here. But first, it's going to be a Taylor's Hot Lava Java coffee bag. Absolutely adore these. Very sharp, but to get you going in the morning, which is exactly what you need. In terms of my body, today doesn't feel too bad. Calves are a little bit tender. Obviously, carrying all around all that weight, you generally don't do that, do you, in your everyday life? So yeah, they're a little bit sore, but I think once I get going again. So in terms of the route out, I wouldn't actually mind swapping it up today. I don't particularly fancy going over that scramble. Looking at that from a downhill perspective, probably, I mean, you would have done it if you had to, but if that's all slick now, I really don't fancy that, if I'm honest. So I'm thinking about carrying on further past Codale Tarn and maybe trying to drop back down to Easedale Tarn. From a different direction, so I'll take a look. Right, so I've just come out and all of a sudden just a really calm, still morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Easy on Sunday morning, eh? I almost don't want to pack up and have to head home. And unfortunately we do, but I'm just going to take it in. I'm not even going to bother rushing. I'm just going to take my time, soak it in. Got plenty of time for the hustle and bustle of everyday life, so yeah, just going to chill out. I don't know if you can see just in the background over this ridge, just the outskirts of Grassmere, which we're going to be heading back down to today. Right guys, so that concludes our first ever solo camp. What an absolute cracker it's been up at Codale Tarn. Fantastic views overlooking Grassmere, Easedale Tarn and obviously Codale Tarn itself. So thank you very much for tuning in and coming along. I know I enjoyed it and I hope you did. As always, leave absolutely no trace. If you did enjoy the video, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really does help the channel as well as give you all the content that you want. So again, thank you very much for watching and we'll see you on the next one.